Nice. Welcome back.
Yeah. Hi, thanks. I'm glad to be here.
So we're going to put a pause in the videos real quick.
It's been a scary theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a little something lighthearted for you.
No, good.
I'm going to tell you. I got nothing to show you.
Oh!
I got nothing to show you guys.
This is a story?
But I got something to tell you.
Oh, my God. I'm going to keep drinking now.
I'm gay. No.
Oh, man.
Hell no.
Damn it. Where's your flag?
No, I'm going to tell you about a Tinder date that I went on.
I love it.
This past Saturday.
Nice. Because
So,
as you know, I mean, I'm 18 years out of the game, so I have no idea. I never used an app ever.
So let's get into this, all right? So I matched with this girl. For all intents and purposes, her name is going to be...
Sally?
Sally. I matched with Sally. Now, Sally, on her profile, said that she really liked video games. She really liked... she played chess, which is actually what I matched... When I commented on the fact that she liked chess.
Interesting.
Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully I'll move this mic forward.
Yeah, the floor is yours, Senator.
Quite frankly. So I matched with her. You know, I said some along the lines of like, oh, you like chess. We were talking about board games. I asked about her competitiveness. Whatever. We had a conversation going on. And come to Saturday, right, we're talking. No, today's Saturday. No, today's Sunday. Sorry. Come to Friday. It was Friday night, actually.
This was this Friday.
This past Friday night.
So hours ago. Within hours.
More than 24 hours
Got
ago.
it.
But
okay.
So we're talking. It's like, now 10 o'clock at night. We're still talking. And, I felt like after this amount of talking, 2 days of talking or whatever it was, I was like, let me ask her out on a date now. Right? She was cute. She was a good-looking girl. So I was like, let me ask her out on a date. I asked her on a date. I was like, oh, do you want to go out tomorrow night, Sunday night? And she was like, well, Saturday I'm busy, Sunday I'm busy. She's like, what about, like, are you a spontaneous person? Why don't we just go out tonight? So I was like, oh, you know what? F it. Let's do it. So I got ready. I took a shower. I got dressed. I went out. And, because we were talking about Mario Kart specifically. Because I'm a Mario Kart expert. So,
whoa, that's a bold statement, sir.
I am. I have been undefeated in Mario Kart.
Whoa!
But real Mario Kart, which I will clarify in a second. She was like, oh, they have Mario Kart at Dave & Buster's, the arcade version, which I've played twice in my whole life. Because who plays Mario Kart arcade, right? So I was like, you know what? Screw it. We'll go. So we meet at Dave & Buster's, right? I get there first, and I'm waiting for her. Right? So while I'm waiting for her, the security guard walks up to me. I'm having a lovely conversation with the security guard, who is African American. That comes in later to the story for a reason. So I'm talking to the security guard because some guy walked up to him and he was like, oh, do you need to ID me? And then the security guard was like, oh, no, I don't need to ID you. And then I asked him, oh, you need to ID people here? And he's like, yeah, but usually I can tell how old people are. And he looked at me and he was like, oh, you're 30, right? And I'm like, 30? Jesus, man, I'm not 30, So I told him my actual age, and he was like, oh, my God, you're 24, blah, blah. Anyway, I was having a lovely conversation with this gentleman, okay? And when my date walks in, now, I don't care about height, truly, but on her profile it said 4'10".
Yeah, that's good.
Sure, that's fine with me. I don't care.
Fun size.
But it's different when, I guess I wasn't really paying attention, but it's different when, like, reading 4'10" on a page and seeing 4'10" in person. She was literally like this big,
That's kind of convenient.
Again, I don't care, right? So I was like, let's go. Whatever. So we start walking over to Mario Kart, right? The arcade. And she's like beelining it to Mario Kart. She knows where she's going, right?
Is she a cute 4'10"?
She is a cute 4'10".
Okay.
Yes. So she's beelining it for Mario Kart. And it's maybe a minute walk from the entrance of Dave & Buster's to Mario Kart Arcade. In this minute walk, we're doing like playful banter where it's like, oh, you're going down and blah, blah, blah. And she tells me, she's like, yeah, I'm an esports champion. I play League of Legends, and I play World of Warcraft, and I play Call of Duty, and I have won multiple championships. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, she's like an actual gamer.
But she could be like any man's dream if that's the case. Okay.
Right? So, okay, all right. I'm listening to what she's saying, and I'm like, all right, great. She's an actual gamer. We get to Mario Kart, and there's 4 different like chairs, like arcade machines, and they're all taken up. Now the part of town that we're in mostly hosts African Americans. You know what I'm saying?
Black Americans.
Black Americans, which I don't care about, but apparently she did.
Whoa!
So within 5 minutes of meeting this girl, she says,
No!
She says it.
Oh, no!
She goes, we gotta wait for these.
Oh, she didn't say it.
Hard R.
No, she didn't.
Hard R.
Oh.
She says we gotta wait for these blanks to get up off the game.
Oh my God.
Now, I just met you.
Hard R.
I just met you.
Oh my God.
And you're dropping the hard R.
Wow.
Now she said it, and I wonder what my face must have looked like, because in my head I was like, "There's no way she just said that."
No.
I misheard. Clearly, is me. I misheard. So I just glossed over it, and I went. I was saying something along the lines of, yeah, we have to wait. No problem. I don't mind waiting. Blah blah blah. And she cuts me off as I'm saying something like that. She goes, "Oh, I can tell you're not a liberal." And I go, "Excuse me?" And she's like, "Yeah, because most liberals would run away screaming." And I go, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Yeah, they usually don't like it when I say," and she says it again, hard R. And I go, "Oh, I didn't mishear. You actually said it." Now, twice in a public space.
Just because you're of the right, which I made no compunct.
Sorry, real quick. Blonde hair, blue eyes, short. So
does she have like little privilege?
According to the blacks, she has no right to say that.
Wow.
So,
but it presupposes that you're on the right. That we say that word.
well, it gets worse.
Well, and it's not that the word is bad, because to me, it's all in play. It's all a matter of context.
Correct.
But her context sounds to be a bit pejorative.
Yeah, nah, yeah.
And so it got worse.
Let's also keep in mind, this is a first date. You know what I mean?
It didn't get worse, though.
Oh, it got worse. This is the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is 5 minutes into the date.
Oh, my God.
Right? So then I'm trying to make small talk, which she's not giving me much. You know what I mean? She'll give me a little bit. Oh, what do you do for this? What do you? Oh, I think I asked her specifically because I saw in her profile she's in medical school. So I said, because she mentioned she's graduating on tomorrow, which is why she couldn't do Saturday. So I was like, oh, congratulations on graduating. Pre-med, I assume? And she was like, oh, no, I'm under, whatever she said. But she didn't give me much. And then the nice people who weren't bothering anybody got up and left Mario Kart. So we sat down. We played a couple rounds of Mario Kart. She did kick my ass. But that's I'll give her
Is
that.
that an aside?
It's an aside. She did kick my ass on
right.
the arcade version of Mario Kart that nobody plays. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, why don't we play something else? There was an axe throwing game. I said we should play an axe throwing game. And she said I can't play an axe throwing game.
Not an actual axe.
It's like a plastic axe, and you throw it, and it gets
I don't know
stuck
about
in it.
putting anything that's close to weapon grade, anything in this person's
we didn't
hand.
even do that because she said that I can't play those games because I have a torn rotator cuff.
Okay.
And I said, okay. And she's like, I've got a myriad of other health issues such as this, and this. She listed off like 6 different things.
No.
And I went, okay.
Like complicated things?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Was dwarfism one of them, or?
No. But she did say legally I am a midget. So I can't say midget. Can I say midget?
Is that a rough word?
Short little people? Legally I'm a little people. Dwarf? I don't know. Whatever.
Again, you're not saying it in a pejorative way,
No,
but again,
so whatever. We're at this point we're just walking around Dave & Buster's. We're not even really playing anything. She's just telling me about her medical issues. So we're walking around, and at some point she goes, "Oh, what about Uno?" Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I forgot. We were talking about Mario Kart previously on the chat, and then we also talked about Uno because we're very competitive. Uno is a very competitive game.
I feel like we're talking about the dating game. She should be sitting over there listening to you discuss your first date.
Yeah, I know. So we were talking about Uno previously, so she was like, oh, you wanted to play Mario Kart, now we should play Uno. And I'm like, we're at Dave & Buster's, how are we going to play Uno? Ooh, Dave & Buster's doesn't have Uno. And she's like, you should come back to my place so we can play Uno. Now, instantly, I will admit, because I am a man,
you're like,
when you invite me back to your place to play Uno, you imply something else over there. But on her profile, she said she's not interested in anything, no hookups, no nothing like that. So I play it. I'm a gentleman. I don't play it. I don't make any moves. I don't do anything like. So I was like, all right, fine. I'll come back to your place and play some Uno.
Do you think after everything that's occurred so far?
In the moment, it wasn't too bad. But I guess looking back on it now, it was pretty bad. But
is this story going to continue to devolve?
Yes. So I'm like, all right, let's play. We'll go back to your house and play Uno. I don't care.
So
we're walking past the Dave & Buster's bar, and I'm like, oh, real quick, do you want to get a drink real quick? Maybe talk a little more. She's like, no, I don't drink alcohol at all. And then in my head, I'm like, okay, great. So then I'm screwed even more now because she's not going to loosen up, and I'm not going to loosen up. You know what I mean? Just to make it less awkward. You know what I mean? So we're walking out. We're in the parking lot. She's saying something. She again drops the N-word again.
A third time?
Like a third and a fourth time. To which I say, "Oh my God!" I said it in a joking way. I was like, you don't want to say that. We're gonna get beat up. And she goes, "Oh, don't worry. I got 4 knives on me. Nothing's gonna happen." And I go, "This woman has 4 knives on her right now. 4.
How old is this person?
She's 22 or 23.
Oh my God.
So younger than me.
Now, you have all this information collected so far.
As we're walking to my car, because she doesn't have a car, she Ubered here. But I will get to why she had to Uber here. Because there's a story behind that.
Oh my God. Can we get to this in part 2?
Sure, we absolutely can.